Well, it appears the gang's all here. In this beautiful 10-degree temperature in Cleveland. Yeah, when I went to the store, it made it up to 12. Now it's down to 10. Let's get started. Broadcasting live from beautiful downtown Cleveland. It's station WDWL TV, home of not one, but two, count 'em, two stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And I am your host, as usual, the grumpy old man. And, oh, Jesus. And our nightly show is brought to you by Grumpy Vulture Productions. No bow, thank you. See you, bye. Thank you. That's it. So, I'm waiting for Ron to tell me, oh, it's 73 degrees out here. I'll send you some of the 10-degree weather we're having here. Although, the Passat, man, that car just bang, fires right up. And it surprised me because yesterday I didn't drive it. And I was like, fired right up. So, after sending several text messages, I decided I had enough. So, I went in on the Cuyahoga County Probate Court and found the attorney handling this probate work. So I called her office, and a very, very pleasant lady to speak to. Even though I was getting a shitload of bad news, it seems that in that banker's box of documents was the paperwork for a legal corporation filed with the state of Ohio. Not some ghost company that we thought, nope, it's a legal corporation. And out of 9 vehicles, 2 are in this LLC name. And you will never guess which vehicle is number 2. 2 vehicles in this LLC, and you'll never guess what number 2 is. And Kathy wins the kielbasa. Yep, I was like, here's my luck. The second car that I want to buy out of the 9 is in the LLC. So, not wanting to piss the attorney off, I asked the inevitable question. How is it you had these titles in your hands when you filed the probate case? You had to list the vehicles on the probate case. How is it we don't discover this corporation until it's time to sign a title over so I can have a legal vehicle? Of course, you think she's going to take the blame? Fuck no. Either my secretary or my legal aide must not have been paying attention. I said, well, can I politely respond to that? And she says, go right ahead. I said, I would fire both their asses. Pardon the French. You know damn right well the screw up was hers. No. Either my secretary or my legal aide just wasn't paying attention. We don't know how them two slipped by. I said, well, how are we going to rectify this situation before I get arrested? And she says, I had a, get this, in-chambers discussion with the probate judge and asked if these two titles that are in this Magic LLC can somehow be sped up through the system so that we can make both cars legal. And then what surprised me, she said, can I have your email and your phone number? But of course, she said, as soon as I have news, I will contact you. Which is the best one? I said, both. That way there's no error that, evidently the email went to spam. I said both. Email and text message. And then I sent a text message back to Bill and said, never mind answering my question. Have a good day at work. I already spoke to the attorney. And he'll probably read that text message around midnight and when he's taking his break and go, holy yatchafuck, he talked to the attorney. Oh, my God. I'm screwed. Yeah, I didn't want to piss her off, Kathy, because I need this title. I actually need both of them, but we haven't finished the transaction on the rotten Redmobile. So Because I really wanted to say, yeah, you can point the finger any direction, because sooner or later the finger will point right to you, because you screwed up. But now that she knows I have her phone number, I tend to think she will want to please Grumpy as soon as possible. And no phone call from the prosecutor, which is good, except I received a letter in the mail from the prosecutor, and you'll never guess what's inside. A restitution form. I laughed so hard I pissed myself. A restitution form. Does she actually think I'm going to fix that truck? Because the only way I can file for restitution is I have to repair the vehicle and present receipts. I am going to send all this shit back with a cover letter that says, I am no longer involved in this case. Quit sending shit to me. And then I'm going to add, I guess you don't listen to your voicemails either, like your compadre in the little cracker box module next to you. Yeah, I could not, although the way my luck runs, I shouldn't have been surprised when I asked her, do you have a list of the vehicles that are titled in the LLC? And she says, well, Mr. Grumpy, there's only 2. I said, oh, really? One being your Passat. Okay, we already know. The other being the 84 Corvette. And I said, well, that's my luck. That's right there. And then she said, which one is more important? I said, well, I would think it would be obvious, the Passat. But since you're communicating with the probate judge, both of them. Because I don't want to wait another year for the title for the Corvette. Period. And I'm not even going to walk in the backyard and look at the Dodge Dakota pickup, because that's probably... although if it's a manual, could be questionable. So that was my afternoon upon my return from shopping. And my evening little cutie cashier was there, Olivia, who was happy to see me, because I no sooner got my ass in the door and she was standing at a register waving. She must have thought I had a gift. No gifts. Sorry. Although the show is going to end somewhere between 8:15 and 8:30, because I have a special delivery coming, and it's not corn muffins. It will be two really warm, hopefully, fingers crossed, loaves of Italian bread. My buddy's 90-year-old father baked 20 loaves of authentic Italian bread today. And he is bringing me 2. I can imagine how he loads all them up inside of his car. I can imagine the aroma in that car. She's still thinking about it. So, on my way up to Mark's, I stopped, and it was inside the office, huddled before the heater. And I says to Ryan, "Where does this cat sleep at night?" And he said, "Right there." I said, "You're not bullshitting me now, are you?" Because I originally was told that Dad boots it out of the office. And he said, "Well, when you made the statement that that is cruelty to animals," he said, "Dad must have reconsidered, because Twinkle Toes sleeps on the window ledge in front of the heater. And Marianne is still thinking about him." So I took another picture, and I text messaged it to her. I said, "Isn't he adorable?" I can imagine when she opened that email, went, "Asshole." But if she decides he's not going to work out, she will find a home or a non-kill shelter. I told her, I said, I'd be half tempted to split the neutering 50-50 with you, so that you could keep him at your house, because I want to play with him. Figuring she would go, "I'll split the neutering 50-50 with you." Nope, she didn't say that. Neutered or not, he wouldn't work out here, unfortunately. I watched a hilarious arrest video just before airtime. Some of these people, this female was caught shoplifting at Walmart. Actually, she was caught skip scanning at Walmart. So the police come in to arrest her, and she immediately starts to fight. She resisted every which way. And you talk about disgusting. She was huge. Her top half looked like 2 5-gallon buckets from Homeless Depot, covered with a little crop top that barely covered. And then there was this big roll of belly sticking out over these little short shorts. And when she turned around, these shorts were so small and tight, it looked like her rectum was eating them. And the officer tried to get her into the cruiser. Now, the cruiser door is like this wide, and she's like this wide. And he's pushing, and he's pushing, and he's pushing, and she won't bend. Deliberately. So when she turned around to face the cruiser, the trooper pulled out Mr. Sparky and dry stunned her in the ass cheek. And she immediately shit herself. And then stood there and cried. You didn't have to do that. To which the trooper said, get over there and sit down. Where am I going to sit? On that curb, right there. Sit down. I don't want to sit down. He crackled old Mr. Sparky. She immediately sat down, crying. To which the trooper called for a wagon. Because he said, you ain't getting in that cruiser. I got 6 more hours in my shift. You're going in the van. And the guys in the van will have to clean up the mess. And then spray it down with oil of spearmint or oil of peppermint to get rid of the stench. Because she had an ass the size of Baltimore, wearing these little itty-bitty shorts. I don't know how she could look in the mirror and go, oh, I look gorgeous. All the boys will be chasing me. More like the front-end loaders will be chasing you to put you in the dumpster. It wasn't bad enough she had quadruple Z up here and that little short crop top. She had enough belly fat to make a pair of twins, wearing itsy-bitsy, teeny-weeny shorts that evidently the way she got into them was that 4 or 5 guys stood at the bottom of the stairway and she jumped from the 2nd story, and they caught her in them shorts. Because there was no way she put them on. Talk about disgusting. The shorts looked like they were for a teenager. A teenager that weighed maybe 97 pounds. Not for a big fat blimp that weighed 407 pounds. But I loved it when the trooper attempted to get her into the cruiser and took his stun gun Oh, Mr. Sparky, put it against one ass cheek and pull the trigger. And then the rectum pulled its trigger. And then he made her sit down. Oh! I feel sorry for the guys in the van. Oh, no. Here, wrap her in this tarp. Go into Walmart, buy about 700 yards of duct tape, and we'll play Ring Around the Rosie. And then we'll use Mr. Sparky to get her to get into the van. No, I don't think they do that twice. Oh, it was hilarious. Instantaneous. Right in body cam view. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, man, go over there and sit down. Oh, you ain't getting in this car. Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. You smell like a herd of cattle crawled up your ass. I love Mr. Sparky. It's amazing how fast people will cooperate when Mr. Sparky makes an appearance, or if Officer Fur Missile makes an appearance. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the one I watched last night. This trooper, no, it was a deputy sheriff. This deputy sheriff was chasing a motorcycle. And the chase went on for about 20 miles. And the guy kind of lost control, and he ended up going through a field. Well, he rode all the way to the other side of the field where there was a woods. Meanwhile, the trooper was hot on his ass. The deputy, pardon me. So, the farmer, seeing this motorcycle go across the field that he's cutting, and then seeing the deputy's SUV go across the field, he commenced to put his tractor in high gear and scoot over to see if maybe they needed some help. So, the guy bails off the motorcycle and starts to run through the woods. At which point, the deputy pulled out Mr. Sparky, and the guy did a face plant in the weeds. So he was attempting to handcuff said perpetrator. When the farmer, and typical farmer, bib overalls, flannel shirt, he comes back and goes, "Y'all need some help?" To which the trooper said, "Here, hold my stun gun while I attempt to handcuff him." So the farmer's holding the stun gun. Oh, Mr. Sparky. And the guy is fighting being handcuffed. To which the deputy says, "Pull the trigger." The farmer pulled the trigger, and Mr. Tough Guy Motorcyclist squealed like a little girl. And the deputy was able to handcuff him. So he gets him handcuffed, and the guy's laying on the ground, and another deputy shows up to assist. To which point, Mr. Farmer pulls the trigger once again, and Mr. Tough Guy Biker squealed like a little girl. To which the deputy turned around and took the stun gun and said, "I got him. We've got him in cuffs. What did you zap him for?" And the farmer went, "You know what? I just love it when big, tough bikers squeal like little girls. And before you took him away, I just wanted to hear that squeal one more time." Yeah, they got him laying there in the handcuffs, and the farmer goes, "Eee." And the guy squealed like a little girl. And the farmer had a big smile on his face. "Here you go. Here. I just wanted to hear that squeal one more time." I think it was down in Georgia. I should, I'm going to have to go through my browser history. I should write some of these down and share them. Yeah, that farmer crawled off his big red Case IH tractor, just kind of sauntered back into the woods and found the trooper fighting with the perp. "Need some help there, boy? Here, hold this." He's trying to cuff him. He gets one hand back. The guy pulls the other one. Gets that hand back. Guy pulls the other one. The deputy goes, "Pull the trigger." And he pulled the trigger, and it sounded like a 9-year-old girl on her birthday who just got a Barbie bicycle. And the farmer enjoyed it so much, he gave him another zap. And the deputy didn't really say much. He goes, "I got him in handcuffs. I just wanted to hear him squeal like a little girl." "Okay, give me my stun gun back. Thank you. If you need any more help, let me know. We're good. Thank you." Almost like when they let Mr. Fur Missile go when a guy's running through the woods trying to escape. Like the one video I watched. When the trooper turned around to everybody behind him and went, "Just hang on. Just listen." And about a minute later, there was a blood-curdling squirrel. Yeah, there was a blood-curdling squeal and squirrel in the same location. And the trooper went, "We'll just follow the squeal." Goddamn police dog ripping the guy's clothes off. Didn't want to let go. Guy had bite marks all over him. The dog was having fun. Yeah, I had to pull out the old butane. I went up to my Indian store for smokes and I said, "1 Zippo Black, please." And he went, "No guts." I said, "What?" "No guts." "Got the butane." "Oh, you want butane?" "Yeah, give me the butane." I had to come home and look for the butane Zippos, like, where are they? I says, "When you going to have the Zippo Black in?" Next week, Thursday. I said, okay. And then he says, no problem, you got butane. Yep, I got butane. Thank you. I says to him, I said, I haven't seen Mom and the cute little pixie and her brother. Are they out of school? And because they're homeschooled. I said, I haven't seen them. What are they, at home? No, for the Christmas holidays, Mom flew them over to visit their grandparents in India. They'll be back, I think he said either a week from Tuesday or a week from Thursday. That brother's a little hard to understand. Yeah. They went to India for 2 months. And he was telling me, he said, she'll be a mouthful when she gets home. Because there's a logging operation down the road from Grandma and Grandpa's house. And they use elephants to retrieve the logs out of the woods. And he said they're friendly elephants. So daughter will probably get a ride on a friendly elephant. She'll probably come home looking like an Indian princess with the fancy clothing that they have. Now I have to ask the other brother if his daughter and son went, and his wife, because I haven't seen any of the kids, and I haven't seen either one of the wives. So I have the sneaking hunch that everybody went to India. And Dad got a rest. Of course, it'll be a riot when they get back because, boy, she'll be like a chatty Cathy. I rode elephant. Really? You have a video? Yep, on my iPhone 16 Pro Max, right here. All right, cue it up. Let's see it. I can't afford a used iPhone SE. Kids walking around with a iPhone 16 Pro Max Ultra. I still don't understand what the attraction is with iPhones. You know, I'm so tired of hearing, they're so easy to use. Mine's easy to use. I made a call to Wadsworth, to the attorney. I punched in the phone number and I hit call. It rang a couple of times and she answered. It wasn't hard. Everybody said, they're so easy. iPhones, they're so easy to use. Julie had one. I played with it one day. I went, not much difference than my Android, except you got FaceTime and I don't. You got Siri, I got Google. Yeah, there wasn't a school here today. Goddamn pansies. Matter of fact, there wasn't garbage collection. When it gets down below a certain temperature now, the garbage men can't work. I don't understand that. They ride around in a truck and they pull a couple of levers and it grabs your can and goes and then puts your can back down. They're not exposed to the elements. They're in a cab. They're standing. Oh, well, there is a little seat you can sit. Oh, too cold. Too cold to collect garbage. Too cold for school. Back in the day, I'd be bundled up, look like the Michelin Man hiking to school. God forbid I'd slip and fall down. Hey, somebody help me. Call a crane. Call a crane. Goddamn pansy kids today. The only time I ever remember us having a snow day was when I went to open the side door and there was 5 feet of snow outside. I was like, how the hell am I going to get out of the house? Had to take the window out of the storm door with a shovel and dig the snow drift away from the door so that we could open it to make a path down the driveway to get to the sidewalk. They didn't close school for us. They just extended the arrival time. Nobody was tardy that day, no matter what time they got there, because they got there. And then they had to thaw their asses out. Nowadays, too cold, close the schools. Too cold, even though you got a heater inside that goddamn garbage truck. Too cold. Can't pick up garbage today. Sorry. What's the matter? The automatic dumping arm on strike or what? Yeah, the guy pulls up. An arm goes around the can, and it goes, boom, and then comes back down. He sets the can down, drives to the next tree lawn, latches onto a can, boom. Inside a warm cab. Probably, well, they forgot to plug in the block heaters and they couldn't get the garbage truck started. Well, what'd you turn it off for? In this weather, you never turn them off. Semis idle all night long so that the guy in the sleeper can stay warm. Very rarely back in the day did you hear of a stolen semi, because everybody let their trucks idle. Everybody. Anybody that had a diesel, that truck didn't get shut off. Truck stops loved it. Matter of fact, when I was hauling steel, where I rented my parking space, there was a plug for an extension cord. Plugged it in right next to the headlight, went over, plugged it in, opened the fuse box, plugged it in, flipped the lever on. There, truck, nice and warm. block heater, oil pan heater, and I left the truck idle all night long. So it was nice and warm and toasty when I got in the morning. Then it was a bitch. Goddamn 8 degrees outside, and you're chaining down steel coils. God forbid a glove slips off, and you're like, whoa, is that cold? You can always tell the guys that forgot to leave their truck idle overnight. They would be starting a fire under the oil pan. They would cut a 55-gallon drum about that high, throw wood and charcoal in it, and shove it under the oil pan. Then they kept checking the dipstick. Is it warm yet? Nope. Is it warm yet? All right, give it a try. Not warm enough yet. Don't kill the battery. Well, Kathy, if you had the major snow event, I want 8.5 by 11 glossies of the whole thing. I want to see your F-150 with about a foot of snow on it. Did you remember to lift your windshield wipers? You got to get in that habit. Lift them windshield wipers. You got to put a note on the dash. Lift windshield wipers. So that they don't get frozen. Nothing will fuck up a windshield wiper blade faster than it being frozen to the windshield and you turn them on. Then as the arm comes up, you'll see the blade peel right off the windshield wiper. Like, I'm screwed. Oh yeah, I can see you'll be up like at 3:30 in the morning, look out the window. Oh, snow! Quick, get the camera. Snap, 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 snap. I'll be getting an email about 3:36 a.m. The email will have 4 large letters, SNOW. And then Kathy will do a selfie and she'll have a smile that'll go from ear to ear. She'll be looking out that window going, snowman time. Yeah, everybody gets snow. Ron gets rain. Although there was some pretty impressive bowling scores there, buddy. Yeah, Ron's team won last night. 2 out of 3. Had some pretty good scores. Although what was the opposing team? The Queens? Did I read that right? Or didn't I read the whole... All I saw was queens, and I was like, are they bowling against women? Once bowling season is over, Rudy's going to get the roller skates out. He's gonna be a jammer on a professional skating team. Then after a match, Rudy will go to the YMCA and live in a hot tub for a couple hours. Although I don't know, I would tend to think YM and YWCAs would be set up identical across the country. I know ours up the street, we have a swimming pool and we have a jacuzzi, and then they have a hot tub. And then a big giant shower room. Oh, okay. I didn't read the rest of it. All I saw was the two queens. I was like, no wonder they won 2 out of 3. They were bowling against women. Yeah, Kathy will be using her snowblower to build a big pile so that she could roll the base for a snowman. Then she'll go over another part of the yard, blow another big pile. That'll be stage 2. And then stage 3. Stage 4. Get some sticks for limbs. Run in the house and get a carrot. And then when she's done, she'll put a scarf on it. And if she can't find a top hat, a straw hat, corncob pipe, and then go, oh, I got to send Grumpy a picture of this. Click. Like, holy shit, a 12-foot tall snowman. How the hell did she do that? Well, I don't know. She must have a forklift somewhere. Then you'll look all over the backyard, and there'll be about 500 snow angels. Grandma will be out with the grandkids. All right, let's see who can make the best snow angel. "47 acres of snow angels." Because snow down there is a huge event. The mayor comes out, gives speeches. City council has a parade. They get the marching band from the high school, march right down, right through the center of town. It's snowing, it's snowing. Mayor drives through the city, gives the award for the best snowman, then for the best snow angels, and then for the best cases of frostbite from making the snow angels. The award says, support your local burn unit. Because people don't realize that's where they treat frostbite. Because frostbite is a burn. A painful burn at that. Then everybody's like, put your foot in a bucket of hot water. No, 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 no. That's the last thing you want to do. You think you've got pain from the frostbite, put your foot in a bucket of hot water, and you'll think somebody's cutting your foot off with a chainsaw without anesthetic. All I know is when I finally end up in the operating room, I better not hear. They'd be like, oh, hey, put that thing away. That ain't funny. Have my toe tied to a rope on a pole. Hey, I can't get off the operating table. They got a rope around my foot. Doc, you ain't fucking funny. Wake up in recovery. Where's the other half of my toe? Let me look at it. Let me see if it's got chainsaw marks on it. Oh, I forgot all about them. Yeah, the Wonder Bread bags. Yep. You put the regular socks on. Then over the regular socks, you put wool socks. And then over the wool socks, you put a Wonder Bread bag. Then you slip your foot in the boot. And you can't feel your feet because they're crammed so tight in the boot. You just pray that the circulation keeps going. And boy, you better not put a hole in that Wonder Bread bag because you have to use it the next time you're going outside. Because Wonder Bread ain't cheap. People getting arrested for shoplifting loaves of Wonder Bread. Hey, where you going with that? I need it for my boots, officer. Go shoplift some food storage bags and bring the bread back. Okay. I won't look. Person goes back, gets some big food storage bags, runs past the officer. 20 minutes later, here's your Wonder Bread. All right, get out of here before I arrest you. But I brought back the bread. Yeah, but the evidence is in your boot. Oh, you didn't see that. Look the other way, officer. God forbid you had a generic plastic bag. Oh, did the kids make fun of you? Hey, come on over here. His parents are poor. Look what he's got. Generic plastic bags in his boots. Don't make fun of me. Then the word goes through the whole school. Sam's family is poor. His mother's using a dry cleaning bag. Comes all the way up to his neck. I remember those days. Sit on that chair. Give me a socks. Give me the wool socks. Give me the Wonder Bread bag. Give me the boot. There. Don't tear a hole in it. Can you help me up out of the chair? Then you put gloves on, and then your mother put mittens over the top of the gloves. Go out and make a snowman. I can't move my hands. They're like two paddles. Get out there and make a snowman anyway. All the kids waddling across the park. Don't nobody knock me down. The school teacher, he takes a head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. We're missing 2. No, we're missing 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Quick, call the sheriff. Tell them to search the park. There should be 3 roly-polies rolling around. Tell them to help them up and get them to school. Three poor kids laying out in the park. Help me! Help me! Tie a rope to the back of the SUV, pull the kid up. Now, get to school. You're going to be tardy. I can't move my arms. I can't feel my hands. Can't feel my feet. I'm mobile, though. One step at a time. Oh, shit, there's a snowdrift. Oh, no. If I get to the top of that and lose my footing, I'm screwed. Yeah, you heard a lot of that out in the park. I've fallen and I can't get up. Hey, look, there's a red turtle out in the middle of the park. Oh, no, that's Sammy. Thought we had a giant turtle in the snow. Oh, look, there's another one over there. Oh, and there's one over there. Oh, gee, there's 3 of them. Well, we found all 3. Radio to dispatch. Tell them to call their moms. We found them. Waddle into school. Get undressed. The bell rings. What do you mean school's over? We just got here. Oh, shit. I got to pull all that shit back on again. Oh. The good old days. Sleds with straight runners. Not like they have nowadays, they're curved safety ends. No, all our sleds had straight runners. If somebody was behind you going too fast, oh, hey, stop your sled. I'm impaled on your runner. Kids in the emergency room holding sleds. I got impaled by the sled. Matter of fact, I was watching a Laura Farms video, and they were at an abandoned farm. And what did Grant find in one of the sheds? A radio flyer sled with straight runners. Then he was telling Laura, yeah, we used to sand them runners down and polish them so the sled would go super fast. They didn't think of safety back in the day. Kid in the emergency room with a sled sticking out of his shoulder. I couldn't stop. Ow! Is the sled all right? Yeah, okay, we'll just sand that blood off. There we go. Okay, back up the hill. Sorry, Timmy. You can't sled ride no more. You're lucky you didn't break a clavicle. Although you never really heard too much about kids getting injured. As dangerous as them sleds were, rarely did you hear a news story where a kid got injured by a straight rail off the back of a sled. Although that was for a real slow news day. And now to Birkenstock Park, where Fred's going to report on a kid impaled by a sled. Hi, Fred. Hi, Susie. Yeah, this is the scene. It's 6 degrees out here. I've been standing here for an hour waiting for my time on the air. Yeah, you can see the blood drops here where the kid got impaled. We get to the hospital and I can warm up. The cameraman might be able to wander over and get pictures of the sled impaled in the guy's shoulder. That's it for us now. Back to the studio. Gee, Fred, is it that cold out there? You were shaking that microphone like it was a maraca. Fred comes back in the studio after the report. Ow, ow, ow. There. Or I'll give you maraca. Ow, 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 ow. We weren't live, were we? Oh. Whew. Fred waits till they go live. She's sitting behind the news desk doing a report, and you see a maraca. Ow! Oh, oh, oh. Go to commercial. Fred's standing over in the corner with a big shit-eating grin on his face. Gotcha. Oh, shit. Oh, goddammit, did I? Oh. Where's my note? Oh, damn it. Kathy, I had a note. All for you. Now I can't remember the goddamn city and state where they had the quilt museum. They actually have a quilt museum. And I can't remember the state. Yeah, a quilt museum. Now I'm going to have to see if I can find the article. Oh, what the hell magazine was it in? It was either AARP. No, I don't think it was in that one. Maybe. Yeah, they were talking about the quilt museum. As soon as I read quilt museum, I immediately thought of you, Kathy. Like, boy, there's somewhere she's going to plan to take a vacation, a quilt museum. Make sure you got a lot of memory cards for the phones now. Snap, snap, snap. Ma'am, you took 47 pictures of that quilt. Oh, Is that all? Let me get 3 more. Snap, snap, snap. There, now I took 50. Yeah, the Quilt Museum. The National Quilt Museum. Is it in Kentucky? Really? Well, you don't have that far to drive. You could drive up there, leave like 5:30, 6 in the morning, get there at opening, go around and take 467,000 pictures, and make it home before dark. Yeah, when I read that, I immediately thought of you. I'm like, whoa, this is a place Kathy's got a tour. The National Quilt Museum. God, what a thing for your city to be known for. We're home of the National Quilt Museum. Really? Man, what a boring fucking city this must be. What do you do for entertainment on the weekends? Scrabble. Oh. Oh, you have a movie theater. I don't want to see black and white movies from the 30s. Don't you have anything newer? No? Oh, man. What a boring town this is. Yeah, as you cross into the city line, there's a big 40-foot billboard. Home of the National Quilt Museum, 2 miles on the right. And then there's little signs like the Burma Shave, 1.9 miles, 1.8 miles, 1.7 miles. You finally pull in the parking lot, you're like, oh man, I have to go in here now? Oh, gee. What, no valet parking? God, what the hell kind of museum is this? How much is the admission? 300 patches? Oh, shit. Martha, did you bring any quilt patches? No? Do you take money? Just quilt patch? Oh, no. We'll have to come back another day. Martha, go around town, see if you can buy some quilt patches. We got to get in to see this museum. Knocking on everybody's door. Do you have a quilt patch? No? Yeah, but you're the museum. No spare patches. We want to see them. They're in the museum. Oh. Get back to the museum. You sure you don't take money? Nope. 300 quilt patches per person. Oh, now it's per person. God damn, you people are greedy here. That'd be my luck. Drive all the way down there. Admission, 300 quilt patches. Oh, fuck. Now I have to go home and cut up my brand new sheets. Go to get in bed and my sheet looked like Swiss cheese. Oh, man. How am I going to sleep in this? That'd be my luck. I didn't see that on the website. Oh, you don't have a website. Oh, no wonder I didn't see it. That must explain all the signs on the way in. 1.7 miles, 1.6 miles. Little tiny pictures of quilts in the corner so you know what you're looking for. Oh, text message. Oh, text message. Should be here shortly. I bet the inside of that car smells marvelous. Nothing like the smell of fresh bakery or freshly roasted nuts. Like when Peterson used to blow the exhaust fans down to the rail cars coming in from the rapid transit. Them doors would open and them roasted peanut smell would hit you in the nose like a fist. It would be like a genie dragging you up the ramp. Make a right. Open the door. Big pile of fresh roasted nuts. I'll take a bag full. Here you go. You talk about somebody that was really into the perfect way to advertise. Now, he would vent part of the roaster aroma out to public square because right on the side of the building was, but then he would vent the other half down into the tunnels where the rapid cars came in and the trains, because we still had trains back then. Them doors that open on the rapid. I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven. Hang it right here. Open the door. Yeah, good old Peterson nuts, man. That guy, he didn't have to spend a dime on advertising. All he did was vent the nut roasters out on the public square and then down the tunnels to the rapid cars. And there was no way you were leaving without a bag of roasted nuts. You'd see people walking down Euclid Avenue past, May Company, munching on the fresh roasted nuts. Or every person on the rapid car had a bag of roasted nuts. I think that was the admission. The conductor, you got a bag of roasted nuts? Okay. You got a bag of roasted nuts? Okay. You don't have a bag of roasted? All right, put $1 in the fare box. But everybody, they got roasted nuts. You pay. Exactly, Kathy. Like the Pied Piper. Instead of piping rats, he was piping people. Because when you got off the rapid, wherever you were going downtown, you bought a bag of roasted nuts to eat on your way. If you were on your way home, you got a bag of roasted nuts to eat on the way home. And if you were smart, you got 2, so that you'd have a bag for later. But as soon as them doors would open because everybody be standing there waiting to get off the train, off the rapid transit. Oh my God, smell that. And it would be like it would grab your nose and just guide you up out of the catacombs of Tower City, formerly the Terminal Tower, which I still call it. That building, no. Pardon me. Oh my God, my grandpa. Sorry, Grandpa. That building, right there. Don't hit me. It was a mistake. I didn't mean it. Holy shit, I can't believe I did that. I'll pay for it. I'll be settled down in bed and they'll, ow, 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 ow. All right. I have it right over the top of my head, like a dunce spike. Yeah, good old Petersons. And they're still there. To this day, they are still right in the same spot, right on the corner, right next to Higbee's, which is now the casino, right on Public Square Avenue, and that's not West. Ontario. Right on the corner of Public Square Circle and Ontario Avenue. Because Ontario dead ends at the steps of the courthouse. Literally. If you don't stop, you're not going to statue off its mountain. And then you're going to get the shit beat out of you by 500 cops. And then every other year, when the Blue Angels are here, they leave Hopkins Airport, and when they approach downtown, they fly right down East 9th Street at about maybe the 30th floor, and then out over the lake to let everybody know that they're here. And then the city gives them a rash of shit for making so much noise, but who cares? Nothing like watching one of them jets come down 9th Street. They only do it once now. Back in the day, they would buzz the buildings. They would let everybody downtown know who's performing at the air show. Back in the good old days, they come down 9th Street, but they can't use the afterburners. Makes too much noise. Well, that's what you want. Because by the time you see them, they're gone. You hear the jet goes by, and then the noise follows it. Like, where is it? Oh, shit, it's that way. I like when they practice, because they'll buzz the neighborhood when they make their turn. And they come in low. You can almost see the pilot's eyes. Shake the house. Everybody runs out on the front porch. Where are they? Oh, they're over here now. You always have to remember, you look the opposite direction of the noise. If the noise is on your right, you turn left. There they go. Because if you turn right, you don't see nothing but smoke. Oh, where are they? There's exhaust smoke. Oh, they're that way. Well, it's just about bread time. He told me meet him at the side door because he has like 6 more loaves to deliver after me. And he put poppy seeds on them for me because he knows how much I like poppy seeds on top of my Italian bread. None of them sesame seed shit. No. Poppy seeds. Oh, shit, I didn't think about that. When do I have a blood test? February 8th. Okay, I'll be good. How come I can't find my music now? Well, here we go. We know where, right here. WDWL TV, home of not 1, but 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. With your host, the Grumpy Old Man. And you already know who brings the program, so no. He'll go to his head. I don't want to hear any shit. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank each and every one of you for being here. And we will meet again tomorrow night. And just remember, since the update, we get not 1, but 2 see-yas. Goofy OBS. You didn't hear that. Sorry, OBS. I love it. I love to do two see-yas every night. Okay, see you number 2.